Howdy, howdy, everyone. So you are looking at today's flight plan. You're flying from San Diego International to Bob Hope. And we're going to fly IFR because, as you can see, there is some weather um, en route. However, it looks like Burbank is clear of clouds. So I'm going to plan, it's also favoring runway 15. So I'm going to plan a very fun approach into Burbank, which is called the Four Stacks Visual. So we will get our clearance through CBDLC since this airport is capable of such tech, if you will. We'll taxi down Bravo, take off runway 27. We're going to do the Seaward 2 departure. Before I start briefing this, let me tell you how I found how you get this IFR flight plan. Because there's a thing called TEC Routes, uh, terminal en route something. Terminal en route something. Tower en route control. That's just tip of the tongue there, right? So the way you find this, and it's for like busy airspace. So like on VATSIM, they might call it preferred routing, if you will. And this is a website that Boston Virtual puts on. But um, as far as SoCal and NorCal, I try to stick with the real world publications. So this is the FAA Gov supplement. So you want to go to the most recent. So in this case, it's July 18th. And we're going to go ahead and open up this PDF. And then you come down here to Tower en route control routes. Okay. So this is obviously NorCal. So we want to scroll on down to SoCal. TEC Routes. So if you are flying between any of these airports, you have to file a TEC route. If you fly from, San Diego to an airport up here, then you don't have to file TEC route. So always make sure that if you fly between these types of airports that you file this IFR if you are indeed flying IFR like we are today because of this weather. So here's the legend. We are a M class turboprop, cruise speed 190 or greater, which I think we can do in a Saab. If you're in a non-jet, like Q would be good for like a Cessna 150, 172, something like that. Or 172 might be a prop. I think, yeah, that'd be good for 172. Maybe something slower would be a Q. And then if you're flying like an Epic or Eclipse, little jet powered airplane, then you would do J. So this is important to know what you're flying as far as this stuff is concerned. So flying from, we are flying from SAN, somewhere, SAN. They don't make it easy to find. There is a shortcut. I'm trying to show you legit how you're supposed to find it. Um, I may have to cheat here. Let me see. I don't want to bore you guys to death. Actually, let me cheat real fast. Okay, I just paused the recording while I cheated so I could find it, but I'm still on the same thing. So you just have to look for this darker print, and I just couldn't see very well. But here is our departure, SAN. So now you have to look for 2. So in this case, it'd be Burbank, and you've got a couple Burbanks here. So you have to figure out which one of these to file, right? So let me see if I can highlight all three of these. So here's where this coding comes into play. We are in M class. So we could file this one or this one. And really the only difference is that the R stands for RNAV. So these are just like kind of like an old school route, if you will, and this is more like a RNAV capable aircraft, which is we're capable of doing this one. So we're going to do the seaward RNAV departure with the LAX transition to Silex. If you didn't want to do that, then you would be perfectly fine with filing this IFR flight plan. And the M means you have to file 8,000 feet for your IFR clearance. So in our case, we're going to file this with 8,000 feet. If you were in a jet, you could file 10,000 feet. So if you're in a prop plane like a Cessna 172, you would file 6,000 feet and you would file this flight plan. So it's a little bit different. So this is good to know. So of course the way I cheated to find it was I went to my flight route, which is a Pilot Edge website, not maintained by Pilot Edge, but someone that is dedicated to upkeeping this. So you go to Tech Route Search, and I just went San Diego to Burbank, and boom, there it is. Then you can even hit Sky Vector, and it will give you your routing if you wanted to do that. So now this is only good for SoCal. This will not give you NorCal's tech routing. And another thing about tech routing, that is the only time that altitudes don't always match direction of travel. So usually the rule is if you fly west, it's even. If you fly east, it's odd. But tech routes don't always follow that. So for example, if I file from Sacramento Mathers to Half Moon Bay, I'm going west, but that tech route in NorCal is 7,000. So it doesn't always match. So don't just assume if you're going west that is going to be evens. In this case it is, but not in all cases. And I can prove that to you. Let me see if I can find it. Half Moon Bay, so 7,000. So here you are going from Sacramento to Half Moon Bay, which is west, and it's 7,000. You would think it'd be even, right? But no, tech routes have their own rules. And yeah. So anyway, that's tech route stuff and preferred routing for Boston area. If you guys like flying on VetSim, this will basically do the same thing, except over there. So yeah, so we're going to file that seaward to LAX Silex. So we'll generate this flight. Do about 2,100 pounds of fuel. 2998 is our altimeter. Information Lima. Hey guys, if you like the, me trying to help explain things and how I find information and, tech routes and such that I'm kind of covering today, please hit the thumbs up on the video. It just shows me that you guys care, that I'm putting in this extra effort to show you guys stuff that I already know, but I'm trying to pass it on. So if I don't see the little, thumbs up, what's the point, right? I can just record a flight or not record a flight and just do my own thing. So it helps me know that you guys actually appreciate the extra work I do put into this. Doesn't cost anything. It's completely free, and it just kind of gives me a nod that you appreciate the effort that I put into this type of material. Okay, so information Lima 98 and departing 27, landing 15, wind 140 at 8, all good to go there. Download that. And we're doing 14, right? So put in a tech route, IFR, SF34, slant golf, 8,000, and that's fine. File, flight plans on file. So I don't know if it would show up in FlightAware as a tech route, but I was curious because this is also a good way to find tech routes. Is this a jet? Yeah, see, it's the jet. I mean, it's the tech route for sure, but it doesn't say tech route. So, I mean, you'd probably be okay if you use FlightAware to get the route, but at least you know where it came from now. So we're going to do the seaward 2 departure. So 275 to 520. Go to Winfield, be above 6,000 here. We're not going any higher than 8,000. And then we'll go to LAX transition. And then four stacks visual. We'll say we'll take it from Mount Oak. Recommended altitude 5,000. Over by the reservoir. Hug the mountains. Turn final for runway 15 at or above 3,000. Four stacks is here, so at Whitman Airfield here, and we'll land. And we'll park down here at the terminal. So that is it. I already got, we're going to do some, I already got the flight on bid here. So good to go as far as that's concerned. No turbulence, really. Clouds are mostly on the coast. And the icing is going to be above what we're flying, like 9,000 feet. There's no ice. All the icing is at 18,000. Interesting for this time of year to have icing. Thought that was kind of crazy. Crazy. And I'm using a program called iGo Dispatch on my iPad, so I just figured I'd show you this. So I'll be loading the aircraft, putting in the flight plan. So you load the aircraft with this slider, slide in the fuel, and then you click load to X-plane, and it will load everything that you just put in here into the aircraft for you. So it's a pretty cool program. It's a one-time fee of like 10 bucks, I think, for the program, and then the developer does keep it up to date. So I think it works on I obviously X-Plane 11. I haven't tested it on X-Plane 12 yet. I haven't really used X-Plane 12 that much at all, really, once I think. So I would definitely check if you want to use this for X-Plane 12, but I would assume it would work, should work. And I'm going to be getting this for my Airbus soon. I was looking at this earlier, so I thought it was pretty cool. If you guys have this, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. Looks pretty nice, so sounds good. All right, head on to the airplane. This is one of the few airports, hopefully it won't bite me in the butt, that I use Traffic Global with, because these gates will not populate with airplanes without using Traffic Global, and Traffic Global is not the best program. I get, hopefully it won't happen, knock on wood. I've had issues with it, but maybe today things will be different, right? We're gonna have a good flying day. All right, let's come over here and we'll get our little truck and we'll remove all the items. And before I add a ground power unit, I'm going to go ahead and load up the airplane using that program like I showed you. So I hit load, and you'll see the airplane will move as it loads it up. And then one thing I didn't tell you earlier is that it will connect to like the iGo Dispatch 8 cars. So it will follow along on the iPad of where I'm at, shows fuel burn, gives performance numbers, um, pilot report, all sorts of stuff. It's a pretty cool program for 10 bucks if you own this plane. It's really the only plane that it's good for right now. I don't think there's any others yet that it works with. All right. Add our ground power unit there. Where's the battery? Battery, emergency lights to armed. Come back here and we'll turn on these lights. And these seat belts, as you can see, do work. It's pretty cool. So all around, it's a cool airplane. Made by LES on X Aviation, I think. Typically, I don't like buying anything off their website. I can't stand the owner, but this plane is worth the hassle. At least this version of this airplane. There's been earlier versions which had a lot of bugs, but this is a pretty decent airplane. They're working on version 2.0 for X-Plane 12, I believe, but No word as in when they'll plan on releasing it, but I'll probably end up buying that because I do like the airplane. I'm going to set our throttles for ground idle and fuel cutoff. I'll lower that down. You gotta actually turn that knob. It's the only airplane that you have to turn on the GPS. And then you have to hit this enter button to get it to work. It's the only one like that out of all my airplanes. Hopefully version 2 will have AV tab, because there is no way to look at charts inside the aircraft. I mean, you can, you just have to do it old school. Elevation 17, we'll use that to check altimeter. There we are, and for quick reference, this is good for frequencies, but we're going to need clearance. Actually, no, we're going to do CBDLC. So 123.9er and 18.3 for tower. To 3.9er. 18.3. You can also see here that is set. We'll get our ATIS, which is 134.8.
Contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
Alright, still Lima. That means nothing's changed since I briefed it earlier. So altimeter is 2998. Altimeter is good.
Vegas clearance, good morning, Southwest 2549 with Whiskey requesting clearance to San Diego.
Tower 27 Hotel Sierra, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30 clear for takeoff. Runway 30 clear for takeoff for 927 Hotel Sierra. Southwest 2549, Las Vegas clearance clear, San Diego Airport, Radar 2 departure, level transition as follows. Climb via SID, squawk 5732.
Clear to San Diego, radar 2, level transition, and as follows, squawk 5732, Southwest 2549.
Climb via SID.
And we'll climb via the SID, Southwest 2549.
That's correct.
Alright, let me see. So I need to pull up the clearance. See if I can get this thing loaded up and I can show you how the CBDLC works on Powered Edge. Do login. All right, well, they haven't looked at it, so we'll do it old school. We'll do it by voice. No bothers, no bothers. Voice is fine. So clearance.
San Luis ground Cessna 61232 at west side ramp with information Gulf, therefore northbound to Paso Robles.
125.9er.
Six 1232 San Luis ground. Flight following, correct? Is that correct?
Negative.
Six 1232, where are you parked?
West side ramp.
61232, call sign with all readbacks. Runway 29er, taxi via Echo Alpha. Cross runway 29er at Echo.
Please repeat, November 61232.
61232, runway 29er, taxi via Echo Alpha. Cross runway 29er at Echo.
Runway 29er via Echo Alpha, cross runway 29er at Echo, November 61232.
Get my ACAR set up here. I'll do smart cars. Hot edge. 8,000. Saab.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard. Please ensure that you've
Gotta
fastened
get
your
credit.
seatbelt, return
Our
your seat
credit
back and
is
folding
due.
trays to their full upright positions, and store your carry-on luggage in either the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. If you're seated
And
next
let
to
me
an
make
emergency
sure that
exit,
the
carefully read the special instructions
ATIS
posted
hasn't
near that
changed
exit.
yet
If you do not wish to
on
perform
laptop.
any of the functions
And
described
nope,
in the
still
event of an
Lima.
emergency, please inform a crew member so you may be proceeded. At this time, we request
And we're
that all
going
portable electronic
to
devices,
Bob Hope.
such as cell phones or portable computers, be either powered off or put into
Afternoon,
airplane
Limburg
mode.
clearance, United
Devices may go
1399 at
interfere
terminal
with
with
the
Lima.
airspace navigational
IFR
communication
Bob
equipment.
Hope
We
Airport.
will notify you when it is safe to continue the use of these devices. We remind you that smoking aboard this aircraft, as well as tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors, is prohibited by
Yeah, 1399 Limburg clearance, clear to Burbank Airport. Seaward 2 departure, Los Angeles transition as followed. Climb via SID, accept, maintain 8,000. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 6136.
Clear to Bob Hope via Seaward 2 departure, Los Angeles transition, then as about. Climb via the SID, except maintain 8,000, departure 119.6, squawk 6136, United 13.
Readback correct.
Alright, so now we're gonna swap over to our ground.
Back all runway assignments and hold.
Ground, I mean. And then 18.3 is tower. Sometimes it's more fun to do it over voice anyway, right? Alright, 18.3. I guess we're good now to button her up.
Santa Barbara approach, Sirius 927 Hotel Sierra. Go ahead. Looking to pick up flight following. 7300 climbing to 7500 north of Santa Maria Airport, inbound to Bakersfield. 927 Hotel Sierra, Santa Barbara approach, squawk 6245, lie down. 6245, flash coming at you. Hotel Sierra ready to contact 4 miles north of Santa Maria Airport. Location confirmed.
Turn on the beacon light. All right, let's get this airplane going here. Where's the button? Start her up. Waiting for 20.
For takeoff.
Southwest 2549. Las Vegas ground, runway 19er, right. Taxi via Delta. Fox. Correction, Delta Echo. Hold short. Runway 19er, left at Delta.
Runway 1 right via Delta Echo, and we'll hold short of runway 19 left at Delta, Southwest 2549.
Southwest 2549, verify the runway assignment is runway 19er right.
19 right. Echo, 19 right, Delta Echo, holding short of 19 left, Southwest 2549.
Bring her up to 20. Add our fuel. Pop up here. Turn her on there. Usually it doesn't go into the red, but as hot as it's been lately, who knows? I think we'll be alright. Nope, didn't go. Alright, good deal. Make sure there's enough RPM, and then we'll reset the gen, wait for that to kick on. There we go. Reset the bleeds. Set the air conditioner. Turn back on the avionics. Alright, let's punch in a flight plan. So we're going to use the GTN software. So we're going to do flight plan, San Diego, procedure, departure, seaward 2 to Los Angeles. Load her up, come down here to Silex. Bob Hope. And we're squawking 6136. And climb via the SID, except maintain 8,000. Set the vertical speed for 1,200 feet per minute. And
2549, be advised, you took golf down there. You didn't have a clearance for golf.
Oh, okay, so we should have stayed with the sort of running in parallel to A and B gates there, up on 1-6.
155.
Either that or requested golf. I wasn't sure what you wanted to do there because you pushed in the ramp there, and you were still well up in the ramp. You can go ahead and contact tower.
Okay, we'll contact tower on 118.75. Sorry about that. Southwest 2549.
Our initial heading
234
is
uniform contact, SoCal approach
275.
119.6.
So vertical speed.
November 234 uniform contact, SoCal approach 119.6.
119.6, over to the flight uniform.
Pirate shows
Las Vegas Tower, good morning, Southwest
108
2549 on Delta. Going to hold short of 19 left and we're fully ready for departure.
Southwest 2549 Las Vegas Tower, cross runway 19 left at Delta, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff.
Cross runway 19 left at Delta, 19 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2549.
set the trim. Set flaps. Landing altitude at Burbank.
So call for
778.
maintaining 5,000.
234 uniform, SoCal approach, San Diego altimeter 2998.
And the
2998.
pressure is
Over to the
2997, so that's fine right there. Right there.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit, toes driving up.
Come down here. Squawk altitude 6136.
Okay, all doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Winching strap adapter in position. Release the parking brake when you're ready to start the pushback. Starting pushback. Operation complete, set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by. Tow is disconnected, bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the right.
7 Hotel Sierra, contact Bakersfield approach 118.8. Bakersfield approach on 118.8. With the call sign. Bakersfield approach on 118.8. Or not just in Hotel Sierra. Yeah. Southwest 2549, contact departure.
Contact departure, Southwest 2549.
Taxi late.
Las Vegas departure, good morning, Southwest 2549 on the radar 2 departure, climbing via the SID, passing 1000.
This was steering.
2549, Las Vegas departure, radar contact.
Advise on course heading, altitude,
Bakersfield
and
approach,
if flight following is requested.
Sierra,
Read back all
US,
runway assignments and hold short
35.
instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Lima.
927 Hotel Sierra, Bakersfield approach, Bakersfield altimeter 29991. Altimeter 2991. Southwest 2549, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2.
Los Angeles Center 133.2, Southwest 2549.
Sandy.
908. Arriving and departing runway 27. Visual, RNAV, and localizer runway 27 approach in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all
Southwest 2549, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. Climb and maintain flight level 280.
delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. San Diego International Lindbergh Field, ATIS information, Mike. 1851 Zulu. Wind 270 at 10. Visibility 10. 1,700 scattered. 5,000 scattered. Ceiling 20,000 broken. Temperature 24. Dew point 19er. Altimeter 29908. Arriving and departing runway 27. Visual.
Afternoon, Lindbergh ground, United 1399. Ramp hold number 4, current with Mike, ready taxi.
United 1399, Lindbergh ground, runway 27, taxi Bravo.
27 via Bravo, United 1399.
If I could have everyone's full attention while we review the information now hearing. Seatbelt sign of the same as the passenger seatbelt. Insert the metal pin between one and the other and tighten by pulling on the inside of the strap. Ease your seatbelt by lifting the upper portion of the bumper
This is a free San Diego airport that you can get on the org. It's super nice. Like, I absolutely feel no need to buy any of the payware versions that are out there because I've seen videos and screenshots of the payware ones, and they're just they're not even as good as this free one. This free one's made by Chris something or another. I can't remember the exact name, but it's on the org. It requires a ton of libraries, but so worth it. It might even include some of the city. I know it includes the Navy base over here, which is also where they train Navy SEALs, by the way, which is kind of cool. I believe this is where they do Hell Week. I'll see if I can spot the aircraft carriers and stuff that comes with the scenery that's out there. The city itself is Orbix ortho scenery, so the city comes with Orbix ortho. And you're going to do takeoff inhibit. You're going to do auto coursing. Do that 95. Switch to tower. Departure is 19.6. So yeah, all this comes with the scenery, the Navy stuff. Totally worth it for free. It's a ton of stuff. Lindbergh Tower, United 1399, hold short, runway 27.
United 1399, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27, clear for takeoff, United 1399.
There's 7 Hotel Sierra, Raider services terminated, squawk VFR, contact Bakersfield Tower, 118.1.
118.1 to Bakersfield Tower for squawk VFR for 927 Hotel Sierra, thanks. Bakersfield Tower, Sirius 927 Hotel Sierra, 2.5 miles from the field inbound.
If you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up.
Third 927 Hotel
Lets
Sierra,
me know that you
Bakersfield
guys
Tower, join the
are
left downwind,
like
runway
the
30 right, runway
like
30
the
right,
material.
clear to land.
Join the left downwind for 30 right, clear to land for 927 Hotel Sierra.
Shadow 2549, contact Los Angeles Center, 124.62. Southwest 2549 Los Angeles Center, thank you. Cross
V1 rotate.
So 2549, descend via Lucky 1, arrival Lumberty Landing west.
Positive right. Gear coming up. Flaps up.
Southwest 2549, affirmative, descend via Lucky 1, arrival. United 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 1399.
034 uniform, contact SoCal approach 124.35.
SoCal approach, November to defer uniform, request vector or localizer runway 27 San Diego.
034 uniform, I just gave you a frequency change. Contact SoCal approach 124.35.
124.35, November to defer uniform.
SoCal departure, United 1399, Clement via the Seaward 2, leaving 1,700 for 8,000.
United 1399, SoCal departure, radar contact. Reaching 6,000, clear direct wind, join the departure.
Leaving 6,000, clear direct wind, join the departure, United 1399. I'm already direct. Gwen.
For uniform, request vectors to localizer runway 27 San Diego. We have information, Mike.
234 uniform, circle approach San Diego, altimeter 2998, say altitude.
2908, November to defer uniform.
Alright.
234 uniform, say altitude.
Gear flaps.
November to defer uniform, maintaining 5,000 feet.
034 uniform, thank you, flighting 090, expect localized runway 27 approach. Listen for the actual questions the ATC asks.
Say again, please, November to defer uniform.
234 uniform, fly heading 090.
090 here, November to defer uniform.
For uniform, you appear to be flying south. East is to the left of you. East. 090.
090 here, November to defer uniform.
John Wayne clearance delivery Cessna 587 Sierra Papa for the I-1 IFR to John Wayne with information whiskey.
Since we're under radar services, we'll turn off the lights. I don't know if you would do that in real world or not.
Your 587 Sierra Papa, appears the route on your flight
I guess in
plan
real
is
world,
blank.
I probably would leave all the lights on because there's so much air traffic in this area.
Roger, we'll get to that. 587 Papa.
But we'll turn them off for the sim. And we'll do...
For 7 Hotel Sierra, taxi to the ramp via Alpha.
Ramp via Alpha, 927 Hotel Sierra.
Cabin diff 2.6. All is swell. All is swell. 3,000 to go. Oh, sorry guys. Didn't mean to have that on the entire time. Didn't block the view all that much. That's the downside to recording opposed to live streaming. If I was live streaming, someone certainly would have told me that my GTN was still showing, but it's all right.
John Wayne clearance Cessna 587 Papa. I fixed that little error for the I-1 IFR to John Wayne with whiskey.
Sir 5870 Papa, thank you. Clear to John Wayne Airport after departure. Fly heading 230. Radar vector Soul Beach. Direct. Maintain 2000. Expect 3000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 6442.
John Wayne clearance is 997 Foxtrot. We'll fly heading 230, clear to Seal Beach direct via radar vectors. We'll climb to 2000 and then 3000 10 minutes after departure. Frequency is 128.1 and we'll be squawking 6442.
070 Papa, read back correct.
Alright, Burbank is still using visual approaches. The weather at Burbank is still clear. ATIS is, I don't know, what is ATIS? 34.5. Might be too far away, but we'll try it.
Visual approaches in use. Land and hold short operations in effect for non-turbojet aircraft landing runway 15. 4,250 feet available. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Charlie. Burbank Glendale Pasadena Airport. ATIS information Charlie. 1853 Zulu. Wind 160 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 27. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2997. Arriving and departing runways 8, 15. Visual approaches in use. Land and hold short operations in effect for non-turbojet aircraft landing runway 15. 4,250 feet available. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight follow.
Alright, so if 4,042.50, bust out my calculator here. 4250, 6886, 6886 minus 4250 leaves 2,000 feet. So if I had to guess, that is probably the intersection of runway 26. So lasso. So basically what that means is
John Wayne ground says 5870 Papa, ready to taxi with whiskey at West Ramp.
so they're doing lasso, which means you have to hold short. Runway
34 uniform,
26.
turn right, heading 170, descend and maintain 3,800.
So
3,800 rounded in right to 170.
plan on exiting
5870 Papa, John Wayne ground, runway 20
Delta.
right, taxi Bravo Kilo.
and then we'll get clearance to cross
20 right, via
26.
Bravo Kilo for 587 Sierra Papa.
And we'll park at the terminal.
Southwest 2549, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
If you need full length, you can request it, and then they would prevent
United 1399, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
SoCal 128.1, United 1399. SoCal approached United 1399 at 8,000.
Southwest 2549, Los Angeles Center, San Diego, altimeter 299 or 8. 34 uniform flighting 240, join the localizer.
Say again, please. Over to the fire uniform.
For 34 uniform, fly heading 240, join the localizer. Start your right turn now, please. Right turn.
Right on 240 over to the fire uniform to the localizer.
You're at 1399 SoCal Bridge, John Wayne, altimeter 2996.
2996, United 1399.
Star 34 uniform 2.5 miles from Vida, maintain 3,800 till salvage localizer, clear localizer runway 27 approach.
3,000 over to the fire uniform.
All right. Well, I'm going to pause the recording until we get a little bit closer, so I don't bore you with this part.
To the full localizer.
Once we get closer to the land,
Over to the fire uniform.
give you something to
Star
look at.
234 uniform, yes, I did give you approach clearance. Cleared localizer runway 27 approach.
Okay, clear to localizer, runway 27 approach. Over to the fire uniform.
So I'll talk to you in a moment. All right, you missed it, but she said after seaward descend to 6,000. So we're just gonna do 500 feet per minute. Back off the throttle a little bit. Little bits. And we don't have to say that we're leaving the altitude because we have no choice but to leave at seaward. So normally, if you
Over to the fire uniform. November 34 uniform, request calling tower, San Diego.
Star 34 uniform, contact number tower 18.3. Star 234 uniform, contact number tower 118.3.
118.3, November 34 uniform, San Diego Tower.
United 1399, clear direct Los Angeles VOR.
clear direct Los Angeles VOR, United 1399. I'm already direct. Los
San Diego
Angeles.
Tower, November 34 uniform. Final approach, runway 27, localizer.
Like,
Star 234 uniform, number tower runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land, November 34 uniform.
see what I mean? Like, I'm already direct Los Angeles, so. It's okay though. Thousand to go. She didn't say expedite the descent, so I'm just doing nice, easy 500 feet per minute. No big
John Wayne
deal.
Tower says 587 Sierra Papa, holding short 20 right at Kilo, ready for IFR departure.
Number 587 Sierra Papa, John Wayne Tower runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
20 right, clear for takeoff, 587 Sierra Papa.
But normally, as I was saying about the altitude, so when you leave your last assigned altitude, which in our case was 8,000, you have to let them know when you're leaving. So if they say, like say you're at your cruise altitude and they say descend
Number
via...
234 uniform, looks like you turn your transponder off. You need to keep your transponder on any airports that require mode C. Taxi to parking via Bravo.
So if you're at cruise and they give you an instruction to descend via the Ironman
Southwest
to
2549, contact SoCal approach
arrival
124.35.
into Los Angeles or something like that, you would just say, you know, copy, descend via whatever. Doesn't mean you have to descend right then. It just means that you have permission to descend via the start. So when you reach your top of descent and you start descending, that's when you have to let ATC know that you have started your descent, so they know that you're descending naturally. But if they give you a specific descent instruction, like they did me, they say at seaward, descend and maintain 6,000 feet,
Thanks for Mike. Do you have a request?
then there is absolutely no need to let them know you're leaving your last assigned altitude because they expect you to leave
So the 2549
altitude,
cleared
so
localizer runway
it's not a
27 approach. If you
surprise.
get the field inside, I can switch you to a visual if you like. And report over Lindy.
Okay, we'll report over the Lindy, set up the
Sometimes you'll hear them say, you know,
and,
descend at
visual,
your
at
pilot discretion and maintain flight level 240, whatever the case may be.
Papa, contact SoCal departure.
That also applies. So whenever you leave your last assigned altitude, you let them know.
1399, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
SoCal 134.9er, United 1399.
SoCal departure says now 5870 Papa, 1,300, climbing 2,000.
Air Papa, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 3,000.
Climb, maintain 3,000, 5870 Papa.
SoCal approach, United 1399, 6,000.
United 1399, SoCal approach, LA altimeter 2997.
2997, United 1399.
Southwest 2549, just confirm you are cleared localizer runway 27 approach, but again, we can switch you to the visual if you, when you get the field in sight, and report over Lindy.
Yep, cleared for
Turning
the
on our lights now because we're
approach, we'll
approaching the
Lindy,
Los Angeles
Southwest
International Airport, which is a very
470 Papa, do you have a
busy
request?
airport, naturally.
Roger, requesting the ILS for 20 right, 5870 Papa. Vectors to the ILS, 5870 Papa.
470 Papa, reaching 3,000, turn right, heading 010, vector ILS runway 20 right approach.
Gear down at
We'll
150.
reach 3,000, we'll turn to 1. Can you repeat
Do
the vector
flaps
for that?
1 and 2 at 170.
470 Papa, heading 010.
Cross the numbers over.
Alright, we'll turn heading
20.
010 once we reach 3,000 for the for radar vectors to the ILS for 20 right, 5870 Papa.
I think we'll definitely be okay to do the 4 stacks visual. Weather minimums, 5,500 feet ceiling, 5-mile visibility. And we have 10-mile visibility. And the ceiling is definitely non-issue here. So, good to go. Burbank Airport is over yonder. It's the Mr. X Los Angeles Airport.
Southwest 2549 is over Lindy.
Turn 70 Papa, turn 10 degrees right.
Can you repeat that, 570 Papa?
70 Papa, turn 10 degrees right.
Turning 10 degrees right, 570 Papa.
Yeah, 1399, contact SoCal approach 134.2, maintain 210 knots or less.
SoCal 134.2, maintain 200 knots or less, United 1399.
Southwest 2549, as you roll out, the airport 12 o'clock, 11 miles, report in sight.
We have it inside, Southwest 2549.
Southwest 2549, clear approach runway 27, contact Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
Clear for the visual 27, Tower 18.3, Southwest 2549.
SoCal approach United 1399 at 6,000, current with Charlie, request the 4 stacks visual for runway 15.
Southwest 2549, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land, Southwest 2549.
United 1399, SoCal approach Burbank, altimeter 2997. After silence, flight heading 340. Vectors 4 stacks visual runway 15, approach and report Mount Oat.
After Silex, fly heading 340. Vectors for the 4 stacks visual will report when I have Mount Oat, United 1399. Keep the heading for now, and we'll switch to that so I can use that for my runway heading. And we need to be higher than 5,000 until we are will report Mount Oat. as I get to Silex. Union Towers 18.7. I'll get that programmed, ready to rock and roll. Do auto course and bring this thing up. SoCal approach, United 1399 visual with Mount Oak.
United 1399 cleared for stacks visual runway 15 approach. And over the San Gabriel Mountains, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
Cleared 4 stacks visual runway 15 and contact tower over the San Gabriel Mountains, United 1399. Alright, so we have to stay to the right of this reservoirs.
San Luis Tower, Cessna 61232, 10 miles north at 3,500, inbound for landing with information hotel.
Or 61232 San Luis Tower, report midfield right downwind runway 29er.
Report midfield right downwind runway 29er, November 61232.
And we have to do final turn approach runway 15 at or above 3,000.
Southwest 2549, taxi terminal via Bravo. Monitor ground, have a wonderful day.
We're fine to do that.
Terminal via Bravo, and we'll monitor ground. Thanks very much, Southwest 2549.
So these are the San Gabriel
For 70 Papa, flighting 070.
altimeter is set.
Bearing 070, flight 70 Papa.
Doing 2 notches of flaps there. We're going to do max power.
Traffic.
It's plus 500, so I don't see them, but it should be a non-issue.
America 2107, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. Descend via Disney 5 arrival.
Drop the gear. to tower. Tower's name is Burbank. Burbank Tower, United 1399, 4 stacks visual, runway 15 approach.
Skyx 70 Papa flight heading 170, join the localizer.
2500. 070 to join the localizer. 5870 Papa.
070 Papa, you're on 070. It's 180 now, heading 180, join the localizer.
180 localizer. 070 Papa.
United 1399 Burbank Tower, runway 15 clear to land.
Runway 15 clear to land, United 1399. This is why I do the runway headings, that way I know I'm turning pretty much right on the runway course line, which should work out.
You're 70 Papa, you're pretty much right over top the localizer. Continue the right turn heading 190 to join 4 miles from
This is
Snake.
the 4 stacks.
Maintain 3000 till
Watch
established
how.
localizer. Cleared ILS runway 20 right approach.
As you can see.
Alright, we'll turn 190, 4 mile off of Snake. We'll maintain 3000 until established on the ILS localizer 20 right, 570 Papa.
Number 232, runway 29 clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 29, November 61232.
Traffic.
To stop before the intersecting runway because the lasso effect is in effect. Lasso in effect, I mean. Darr. Guys like the video, and make sure if you didn't see the beginning, I do kind of cover this tech route and how to find the tech route. So if you like that type of instruction, please leave a thumbs up. That way I know you guys like this type of material where I kind of add a little bit of instruction to the beginning. Or leave a comment below if you don't like it, or leave a comment below on anything.
Think rate. Think rate.
Yeah, I know. Think rate.
Think rate.
Think rate.
Think rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Burbank Tower, United 1399 off the runway at Delta, looking for the terminal.
Reserve 0 Papa, contact John Wayne Tower, 126.8.
Off the tower, 126.8, 5870 Papa.
Yeah, 1399. Can you make a right there on Alpha to cross runway 8?
Affirmative, yeah, I can take Alpha across runway 8, United 1399.
Yeah, 1399, taxi terminal via Alpha, cross runway 8 at Alpha, and monitor ground, have a wonderful day.
Cross runway 8 at Alpha, taxi via Alpha and monitor ground, United 1399, thanks, you too.
John Wayne Tower says 5870 Papa on the ILS for runway 20 right.
5870 Papa, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land.
20 right, clear to land, 5870 Papa.
Exit right, Foxtrot. Join Alpha to the ramp. Have a great day.
Exit right, Foxtrot, Alpha to the ramp. Thank you.
Monitoring ground. Come over here. All right. Put that to standby now. Turn that off. Turn off the taxi light. And we'll go ahead and uh, 178 on the landing. Take that. Never goes through. This is the only ACARS that does this. All my other ACARS work perfectly. But for some reason this ACARS just does not file the PIREPs. I don't get it. It goes through on the website, so I get credit, but it just doesn't clear this form, so you have to like cancel it. Of course I verified that it did show up before I did that, but still.
Disconnected.
Turn off the GTN. Now I can shut down avionics. Fuel cutoff. And before I turn off anything else, let's just do a replay real fast. Always make sure you're not connected. Of course, the new Pod Edge client will automatically disconnect you upon a, if you go into replay mode, the plugin is a smart plugin and it will just disconnect you, but I don't have that version of the plugin, so I have to keep an eye on that. I think I could have done better or should have done better was a little better approach. I was too steep of an angle. I mean, it all worked out okay, but that would be one thing I maybe should work on. It's not a flight I do that often. It's fun. I enjoy this visual approach for sure, for sure. I had hit the brakes because I knew I wanted to exit here because you can't go to the runway when lasso is in effect. This is another free airport, by the way, I got on the org. All right. Now, just bust out our truck. And there we have it. Another fun-filled day of flying. All right. Last time, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and if you really like my channel, subscribe. The more subscribers, the better, right? All right, y'all. Take care. Oh, that's the other thing I was gonna say. The more subscribers. So once I get to a certain threshold and I feel like there's enough interest in this channel, I'm going to start doing some live streams on YouTube. But I'm nowhere near the numbers that I feel I need to even attempt to do a live stream. So right now we'll stick to recordings, but leave a comment if you're interested in seeing a live stream at some point in the future. I'd like to hear from you. All right, y'all. Take care. Chase out.